You're listening to Conspiracies After Dark. September 1950. A calm morning in San Francisco. The fog rolls in from the Pacific. Ships move through the bay. No one looks up. No announcement is made. For 6 days, something is released into the air. The population is exposed. This is not speculation. This was admitted decades later. The year is 1950. The Korean War has just begun. The Cold War is accelerating. The United States military is conducting research into biological warfare, both offensive and defensive. According to declassified records, there was concern that enemy forces could release airborne agents over American cities. The question being studied was simple. Could a biological agent spread effectively through a populated area? To answer that question, tests were designed. San Francisco was chosen. According to documents released in the 1970s, the U.S. Navy conducted a series of tests over San Francisco Bay between September 20th and September 27th, 1950. The operation was designated Sea Spray. A Navy minesweeper, the USS Chandeleur, was used. It traveled along the coastline approximately 2 miles offshore. Giant hoses on deck released a bacterial aerosol into the air. The bacteria used was Serratia marcescens. It was selected because it was considered safe. It produced a red pigment, making it easy to trace. Air samplers had been placed throughout the city. The goal, according to official statements, was to measure how far and how fast the bacteria would spread. The test covered an area of approximately 117 square miles. The population of San Francisco at the time was roughly 800,000. According to later analysis, widespread contamination occurred. The bacteria traveled inland beyond the initial target zone. No public notification was issued. No local authorities were informed. Hospitals were not notified. The tests remained classified for more than 2 decades. In 1977, the U.S. Army released a report acknowledging the tests. The report confirmed that Serratia marcescens had been dispersed over San Francisco. It confirmed that exposure had occurred across the city. The stated purpose was to study vulnerabilities in biodefense. The operation was described as a simulation. No consent had been obtained from the population. The acknowledgement came long after the event itself. At the time, Serratia marcescens was considered a harmless organism. It was not classified as a human pathogen. However, it can cause infection under certain conditions. It can be dangerous to individuals with weakened immune systems. In the same period, Stanford University Hospital reported cases of pneumonia. One patient, Edward Nevin, died. His infection was caused by Serratia marcescens. According to hospital records, this was the first documented case of such an infection at that facility. His family later filed a lawsuit. The government acknowledged the tests. No direct causal link was established. The official position was that the bacteria posed minimal risk. The official position was that the operation was defensive in nature. The official position was that the tests were isolated. Later declassified records revealed similar operations in other cities: Minneapolis, St. Louis, New York City, Washington, D.C. Some tests used different bacterial strains. Some used chemical compounds. All were conducted without public knowledge. Operation Sea Spray is a matter of public record. The bacteria was real. The dispersal occurred. The exposure was acknowledged. What remains unclear is not whether it happened. What remains unclear is what else was tested. What remains unclear is who else was exposed. The files that have been released are incomplete. The files that remain classified are numerous. And so we are left with a question. If this is what they admitted, what haven't they told us yet?